Dr. Campbell with Omaha Spine and Sport, and I want to show how to stretch the inside part of your leg, also known as the adductor. If I've done this with you, then you have probably felt this while we're stretching you on the table. But in order to do this on your own, it's better if you do it standing. And so it's basic premise. We can either load it and then move the rest of our trunk around it, or we can even just kind of sit into a hip hinge or a posterior squat or lunge and stretch it as well. So I'll show you both ways. The first way is just to move the trunk around it. So if we're going to stretch the inside part of our leg or the adductor, then we're going to go into basically a side lunge position. And what you can do is, depending on which muscle is the tightest, you can move your foot in different directions. So in this case, this would be my left foot. If I start out straight and I don't feel a stretch, I can turn my foot out a little until I feel it stretch. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that I sit my hips back. And so when I sit the hips back, you'll feel a pretty quick stretch here. And then you just move your foot around until you feel it. From here, we can straighten the trunk and we can just reach over the top, or we can even just punch the ceiling. That's another way to get this to stretch. I know it looks a little silly, but honestly, this movement here helps motion the muscle out. So it's actually a good way to do it, especially if you have knee issues or if you just don't want to move that much to your back, then this is a good way to do it. Or you can even just sit here and you can reach across or towards. We can go across this way. So we can go into the rotational plane here and reach from side to side and also get a good stretch on it. But the other way is just to simply, I'll move a little so you can see it. It's just to, again, I'm stretching my left here. If you want to, there's a chair here, so you could actually help yourself here, sit back towards the chair or towards the wall. And then from here, we just go into a little deeper lunge and we just move back and forth here. And again, if you move your foot in and out to different directions, you'll feel different parts of this muscle stretch. And so from here, if you get into a deep lunge and you still want to get more stretch, we could actually reach or we could punch the ceiling. The punching of the ceiling, actually, as goofy as it may look, is probably one of the better ways to do it, because it forces you to lengthen while you're in the squat position, which puts a lot of load on that muscle and it helps motion it out. And muscles like movement. Muscles and joints live off movement. So we want to try to motion our stretches as much as possible. And this is a good way to do that for that adductor muscle or that muscle on the inside part of your leg. I hope this helps. If you like this, check out some of the more videos that we have to help you with whatever condition that you might have.